Pilipinas Basketball League.
You're back in neutral territory for your MPBL Tuesday inside the Paco Arena in Manila as we proceed with Iloilo versus Bataan. There is si Robbie Darang, the premier point guard of Bataan and Diliman College, who struggled in the previous outing with only 4 points. He will take on Mark Nonoy on his second game back for the Iloilo United Royals. He had 23 points in his return game for Iloilo versus Binyan. It is Bataan versus Iloilo, with the Royals looking to snap their 4-game losing streak here in Manila. Thank you for joining us, folks. This is Mixed Comments at your service, alongside the guy who actually grew up in the streets of Sampaloc, Manila, in Wesley Gonzalez. And we also have Tika Bisamis as our courtside reporter. Wesley, I'm sure you've heard of Mark Nonoy.
Of course, kumbaga, yung pangalan ng Mark Nonoy, matunog na yan. Bago pa lang siya mag-college eh.
Yes.
Naririnig ko na yan.
Mark Nonoy was second in the MVP race of the UAAP, next to Kai Soto. He was that good playing for the UST Tiger Cubs after transferring from Washong College, Iloilo, and he will look to lead the Iloilo United Royals in scoring in today's outing. As we talk about the previous game of the Bataan Risers, this is a squad that actually had their 4-game winning streak snapped by Quezon City with that 16-point defeat.
Well, they really started out flat itong Bataan against Quezon City. You know, usually nakakabalik sila, but in this ball game, lamang pala nung first quarter medyo dikit pa, but second quarter doon na lumamang itong Quezon City, and Quezon City never looked back.
We're gonna see the statistics. It was a defense-oriented game, which is the usual type of identity of QC.
Yeah, you're holding your opponent to 60 points, mababa yan in today's kind of ball game. As you see the field goals, mas konti yung tiniran lang, mas konti yung na-score itong nung Bataan against Quezon City. And what's really glaring is, the 3-point field goal, 3 lang out of 24 yung kanilang pinasok laban sa Quezon City. At malaking bagay yan when you're playing in this ball game. Talagang 3-pointer is very, very important.
It was actually an efficient game for Bataan in terms of their turnovers because they averaged 16 per game. The problem was QC had a much cleaner output.
Yeah, mas maganda lang talaga yung pinakita nung itong QC against Bataan.
Now let's transition to Iloilo, which in the previous outing lost big time to the Binyan Tatak Gel squad. Binyan is the second hottest team right now in the MPBL. Iloilo did have the returning player in Mark Nonoy, but that 30-point loss is their second 30-point loss this season after their defeat versus Pampanga.
And it's very, it's very hard to, go up against a strong Binyan team na nakakabuelo ngayon. Ang haba ng kanilang winning streak. Mark Nonoy played well in this ball game, but, if you see the numbers, 61 attempts, tapos saka 23 made, napakababa niyan against, at 83 attempts of Binyan at merong 39 made itong Binyan. So, dyan pa lang, kita mo na kaagad yung storya ng laro na talagang magandang naging depensa nitong Binyan against Iloilo. Iloilo, maging pangit yung kanilang scoring output because of the defense of Binyan.
Ronnie Alonte stole the show in that matchup alongside JJ Pido and Pamboy Raimundo. Binyan will be in action later on for our final matchup versus Marikina. But now we'll get things going for Bataan versus Iloilo with Miguel Perey.
Action continues here inside the Paco Arena. Welcome to the 2024 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6, presented by Extreme. Tonight's second game features one Bataan Risers versus the Iloilo United Royals. Time to meet our starters. First, for the one Bataan Risers, Kamaya Coast. Starting at guard number 18, Tutoy Ramirez. To guard number 10, Jeff Santos. Coming in at center number 39, Jamil Gabawan. Forward number 12, Dante Pagyo. And the other forward number 45, Mitchell Maynes. Their head coach is Goody Ilagan. Assistant coaches Rene Baina, Brian Gorospe, Prince Cruz, Louis Cortina, Marvin Bolines, Ogie Gumatay, Frederick Francisco, and Arvin Ginto. Assistant team manager is Shai Ramos Evangelista. Team manager is attorney Gary Palmero. Team owner is Luis Valenzuela. Now, the starting five for Iloilo United Royals. Starting at forward number 33, Jed Diaz. Also at forward number 25, AJ Madrigal. To guard number 11, Roy De La Rosa. Also at guard number 13, Gab Gomez. And at center number 15, Alan Santos. Their head coach is Japs Kuwan. Assistant coaches Ethel Tacorda and Julius Sinon. Team consultant is Mac Kuwan. Team manager is Zaya Velosa. Team owner is JJ Havelosa.
We have our starters brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Playmax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max, it's Tutoy Ramirez with Jeff Santos, Jamil Gabawan, Dante Pagyo, and Mitchell Maynes for Bataan. And then we have Gab Gomez, Roy De La Rosa, Alan Santos, AJ Madrigal, and Jed Diaz for the Iloilo United Royals. Roy De La Rosa has been one of the best scorers of Iloilo ever since departures of a couple of their draftees, although we do give credit to them because Iloilo is that franchise which had all of their applicants drafted in the PBA a couple of months ago. So that's a big achievement for this program.
Malaking bagay yun para sa sistema na pinapakita nitong Iloilo dahil siyempre yung winning culture or yung player development nila that they have. So kitang-kita that the PBA has recognized that.
Iloilo though is trying to snap its 4-game losing skid. They have a record of 8-17, while it's also close for Bataan at 9-17 as Dante Pagyo is called for a walk. This will be the second possession for Iloilo. As you can see, the coaching staff of the Bataan Risers. Coach Rene Baina is present with Coach Ogie Gumatay. That's the duo for them. Of course, being headed by Coach Goody Ilagan. As now it is a three-pointer for AJ Madrigal. Pass inside. It's a turnover. Alan Santos is on the move. Forward pass, Jed Diaz on the catch. Gomez goes to De La Rosa. One more trailer. Santos is denied.
Ganda sana nung sequence na yun. You know, Alan Santos getting that steal.
Apparently, it was off of Bataan, which they could not believe. Our referees have to clear it out. Okay, Bataan will get possession. Adrian Tutoy Ramirez onto the corner. Baguio will shoot. No good. What a rebound by Mitchell Minus. And he's fouled.
Maganda, I have a feeling na maganda tong laban na to. You know, it's kung titignan mo yung standings, you know, very kumbaga wala nang bearing for both teams because pareho silang hindi nag-qualify sa playoffs, but you know, these two teams as professionals, they're coming out to play the game. You know, they are paid to play, and they are playing right now.
We also have a good mixture of veterans and youngsters for these two squads. Kita natin, magka-matchup pa sila. Veterans in Jamil Gabawan versus Alan Santos, and then the rest are practically youngsters.
Yeah, parehong matigas yung katawan.
Yes, Santos on the reverse. Sorry miss, and here's Mitchell Minus. Pass to the left, Baguio will finish.
Good find, Minus to the streaking. Baguio kanina pa to. Gusto magpakita eh.
Dante Baguio is a well-known homegrown of the Bataan Risers, one of the favorites back inside the Orion Sports Complex. At ang maganda sa kanya, unti-unti natin nakikita ang kanyang development sa ating liga. As AJ Madrigal misfires, rebound to Gabawan, and here's Dante Baguio. He soars and misses. Minus on the recovery, no travel, no basket.
Again, offensive rebound by Minus, wasn't able to convert, but you see the effort that this guy is showing.
A block by Baguio on the other end. Back and forth we go. Gabawan faking the pass. He's denied by Alan Santos. And Santos had to let him know about it as De La Rosa converts on the other end.
Finish the sequence for these two teams. Alan Santos showing Gabawan, you know, he can still go up and challenge his shot.
I hope we can see a replay of his celebration later on as Ramirez turns around and passes to Jeff Santos. Screen given up by Minus. 2 on the shot clock. Mitchell has to fire. No good. Rebound Santos. That's the third rebound of Alan Santos, who had a season high of 10 boards in their previous game versus Binyanta Dakjel. Gab Gomez. Short. Rebound Gabawan. And here's Minus. They have numbers. Mitchell losing his defender, and he scores.
3-on-1. Minus making sure he's going to go hard to the basket.
First 2 points for Mitchell Minus. He has 3 rebounds as well. Alan Santos could not answer back. Recovery for Ray De La Rosa.
Alan Santos parang gusto niya yung matchup against Gabawan.
Yes. I did ask him, season high ka, previous game, 7 points, tsaka 10 rebounds. Ginanahan ka ba dahil kay Mark Pingis? Sabi niya, oo. At ang maganda dyan, translated into this game yung gana niya. Maganda ang gising ni Alan Santos.
Ganda. I mean, I remember covering his first game in this season nung pumasok siya for Iloilo. Halos wala pa masyado yung kanyang kumpiyansa. But you see the confidence now in yung conditioning ni Alan Santos. You know, parang back to peak form.
It is now 6-all after that Bataan conversion. 4.5 minutes gone by in the opening quarter. Jed Diaz on the right, De La Rosa. De La Rosa, 5 on the shot clock. They lose possession as Jay Havelosa checks in alongside Leo De Vera. This fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. It's Mitchell Minus trying to give us shades of his career game that he had versus the Quezon Huskers when he scored 33 points and he grabbed 15 rebounds as Tutoy Ramirez scores.
Pero yung Mitchell Maynes, alam mo talaga na, he's very capable in, playing in this league. Talagang, you would see brilliance, from time to time.
Before Balti Baltazar and Enzo Serrano arrived to play for Pampanga, their big three were Jason Apolonio, Mitchell Maynes, and Archie Concepcion.
And it's just so happy to see na, he can still play at a peak form. As you see this replay, a good drive by Ramirez.
Tutoy Ramirez was actually the complementary piece in that game versus Quezon Province. Yes, Maynes had his career game, but timely baskets also came from Tutoy Ramirez.
And Mark Nonoy is in the ball game right now.
It's Jay Havelosa picking up the foul on that two-man game with Leo De Vera. There's a foul on Dante Baguio. Omar Narupay will now check in. This is a bigger lineup. Actually, it's a really big lineup for Iloilo. They have 4 natural big men with Mark Nonoy.
And Narupay also, I was looking at him kanina dun sa round robin. Grabe yung leaping ability ng batang to.
He's not the tallest of players, but I did mention he's a natural big man because of his nose for the ball. He can be physical. And this is going to be interesting as to how they can carry over their momentum built at the start of this game with this lineup of Nonoy and these 4 bigs.
Pero okay din to, yung ganitong klaseng laro, coaches from both teams, they can experiment with the kind of lineup that they want to achieve.
Thus, this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Well, you did mention it's nothing to lose already in terms of playoff contention for these two teams, so it's the perfect time for experimentation once again. 8-all, Jeff Santos, fouled by Leo De Vera. Clear contact there. De Vera is a returning player in the MPBL. He used to suit up for Zamboanga, but he spent some time in the 3x3C. And obviously, he's gained some weight. Pero sa lagay na yan, improved na yan compared to how he looked at the middle part of our season.
Wow.
Mitchell Maynes back at it. The spin move and the bucket. 2+1.
Mitchell Maynes, parang he's very undersized in that position. Pero he can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot from outside. He's a, very good balance, strong upper body. Parang kung titingnan mo, payat lang pero alam mo matigas.
Yes. Maynes does average close to 11 points per game as the second leading scorer of Bataan behind Ives Sazon. He's tied with Rafi Octobre, who's out in this matchup because of a minor injury. As we get to see Coach Bonnie Garcia of the Negros Muscovados, who are done with their regular season. They're just waiting for round number 1 of the playoffs. Negros is number 8 in the South. We're back with Maynes. Behind the back, Mitchell lost the ball. Counter with Omar. Larupay almost traveled. No basket. Takbo sa kabila. Don Vera. Ives Sazon. This is a mismatch. Ives will shoot, given a lot of space. That's too easy.
Para alam mo na pagkakuha niya, he's going to take the 3-point shot and very calmly hit it.
Which is good, Wes, that he converted on that shot because Ives Sazon had a nice start of August. Ang first 3 games niya nun, he was averaging 23 points on 54% shooting.
Wow.
But in the last 3 games of Sazon, as Gabawan misfires, Ives has only averaged 4 points on 19% shooting for Bataan as Nonoy scores on the other end.
Well, ito yung time na you want to gain back your confidence coming into the next season. You don't want to be remembered or you don't want to look back at the season na pangit yung nilaro was Mark Nonoy showing brilliance. The instinct, getting fouled and just making that shot, going back para dito kay Sazon. You know, you want to recover, and you want to be remembered, and you want to remember your season to have a good season. You know? So, you know, good thing that, you know, Sazon's making his shots.
Ives has been used to being one of the top 5 scorers in the MPBL as he scores again. Sa lagay na yan, at 12 points per game, mababa na yan for Ives. Before, he would even give himself a personal standard of kailangan baka 15 points siya kada laro.
But you know, sometimes siguro, you know, in some players it's effective, but at times parang you're putting too much pressure on yourself and nanggigigil ka. And sometimes yun yung nagiging reason kung bakit nagiging pangit yung percentage mo. But so far, he's been hitting from the outside 2 3-pointer and a 2-pointer for Sazon so far.
100% shooting for Ives Sazon. This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. I was about to share to you that he told me na kumalma na siya in terms of shooting. Mas manageable na siya nowadays. But if he's hot, then he will continue to fire. It is 19-10. There you see our comparison for Ives Sazon. The scoring is near if you compare his previous game versus QC to his season average. But look at that shooting percentage, Wes. Not too efficient.
Na ang baba niya, you're shooting 20 and you're only making 5 and 1 out of 11. But you know, I'm happy to see that he's been hitting his shots so far in this ball game. At napatingin pa siya sa atin eh.
Yeah, because before this game, I had to bring it up to him.
Yeah.
Na 19% ka lang sa last 3 games mo. At ayan, napakindad siya after his first 3 conversions to us.
You know, I hope it really calms him down and, you know, just find, you know, the real Sazon in him.
I think this is just his transition into being a veteran nowadays for the MPBL. Sazon, heat check. First miss. Nono is ahead of the pack as he always is. He lost the ball and then that was a wild layup.
He was too fast for himself.
And for everybody as Sazon answers back. He's already in double figures, matching the output of Iloilo.
At kakapasok lang ni Sazon.
Yeah, so that's 10 points in 3 minutes for Ives Sazon. Trailer. They go to the corner. Robbie Darang all day. No good. Rebound Bringas. No putback. It's been a dry spell for Iloilo. Doliges. It's a steal. Counter steal. Clint will spin and score.
Scrappy basketball by Iloilo, but you know they were able to convert 2 points off that.
That ends their dry spell, trimming the lead down to 9 under 30 seconds remaining before the end of 1. Dom Vera will shoot. Off to the right. Rebound de Vera. Forward to Nonoy. Here he is on 5th gear. Mark Nonoy is fouled. The physicality just gets heightened when Nonoy has the ball because of his speed, right?
Grabe yung bilis niya, no? Parang hindi lang 5th gear. There's, you know, the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
You know, that wasn't the hardest of bumps. At nasupalpal naman talaga siya ni Dom Vera. But everybody else had a reaction asking for some heightened calls.
I think that was a good, you know, good challenge by Vera. Making sure na walang 3-point play na mangyayari.
Mark Nonoy, all season long, is the 2nd leading scorer of Iloilo behind the 18 points per game of CJ Cancino. But with his loss alongside CJ and Gwen Capasio for a couple of games of Iloilo, they actually lost 37 average points after out of their 74 total. That's 50% of their output from those 3 players. We have a timeout, 21-14. Back inside the Paco Arena in Manila, this is Mix Gomez alongside Wesley Gonzalez and Mika Abisamis for your MPBL Tuesday. We feature the numbers of Mark Nonoy on his return. He scored 16 out of his 23 in the fourth quarter versus Binyan. 6 3-pointers, 3 boards, and 4 dimes as well. His 23 and 6 threes were actually season highs. But of course, if you think about the longevity of Mark Nonoy's career, including high school and college, normal na sa kanya yan eh, yung maabot ng 23.
Very normal for Mark Nonoy. And I'm excited to see him, play in the PBA and kung paano siya makakapaglaro and how he's going to use his speed in that league.
Ives Sazon, step back. Oh, that almost bounced in. I thought he's that hot and he's that lucky in the first quarter. Imagine if that had gone in.
Oh, grabe. That could have been, the third 3-pointer for Sazon in this ball game.
So after the first quarter, with a couple of highlights from Mark Nonoy and Ives Sazon, the tally is 21-14 in favor of the Bataan Risers. Mitchell Minus had himself a nice start. He was the second leading scorer of Bataan behind that guy, Ives Sazon.
Ives Sazon, pagpasok pa lang, took the 3-pointer, jump shot and another 3-pointer. Very calm, as you said. Pinakita natin kanina yung stats niya, but so far in this ball game is very efficient.
The MPBL basta ending, Game X. We have our Jinky Skin fans of the game. There you have the Miss Shai Evangelista, the assistant team manager of Bataan, is at the left side of the screen. Alongside a couple more faithfuls for these risers. Now let's go to our other Jinky Beauty in Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat, Migs Gomez. Being part of several champion teams as a player and as a coach, I asked Coach Japs Kuon about his frustrations this season. And sabi niya, alam mo, Mika, we are just humans. Sumasama ang loob natin and of course, nasasayangan tayo sa opportunities na nabigay. But, sabi niya, bilang hindi naman ako naging star player sa career ko, I would always advise the boys to make every opportunity count. You will never know if this could be your year or season or game to shine. They have 3 games left, Bataan, Valenzuela, and Sarangani. Then they end the season. But in preparation for these remaining games, he has an injury list. Capascio, knee injury, Rangel injury on his head from his last game, and Franz Diaz slight wrist injury. So he will need the others to step up, specifically De La Rosa, who did well at the start of his game, Madrigal, and Jed Diaz. They may not be ending the season. They may be ending the season without entering the playoffs, but Coach Japs will forever be grateful for the learnings over this challenging year for the United Royals. Migs and Wes.
Right, it's only the beginning for Coach Japs Kuan after all. This is a busy man nowadays. He's an assistant coach as well in the UAAP. And alam ko, nag-alumni league pa yan eh. Here and there. But Wes, I'd like you to talk about him being a role player before, as Mika mentioned, and now he has transitioned into being a head coach.
Well, ang raming learnings as a player and as also as a role player for someone who wasn't a star back in college. When you were a coach, you can translate those experiences and you can give those experiences to your players as well. Kasi alam niyo yung pinagdadaanan ng bawat player. So, it's a good experience for him. It's a good stepping stone for him to be able to teach his players kumbaga paano ang buhay ng basketball.
Do you also agree with the concept of role players transitioning as coaches smoother compared to stars becoming coaches?
You know what? If you look back at it, parang you would see more successful coaches who were role players back in the days, compared to very few successful coaches who were star players as well.
Yeah. This is AJ Madrigal. You can mention he has to step up in this game with Ray De La Rosa and Jed Diaz. They did get the minutes at the start of this matchup as starters for Coach Japs Kuan. Couple of subs. Let me just break down the lineups. The Astro Boys now in. James Castro with Robbie Darang, Jamil Gabawan, Mitchell Minus, and Dante Pagio. On the other end, it's AJ Madrigal with Ray De La Rosa, Gab Gomez, Jed Diaz, and Alan Santos. 12 on the shot clock. Robbie Darang. The pull-up. And the miss. This should be home court, though, for Robbie Darang. Because, as I mentioned, he's the star of Diliman College, which participates in the UCAL, as Jed Diaz scores for Iloilo. And the UCAL games happen here in the Paco Arena. (24-16) after that bucket by Jed Diaz, who was dearly noticed by Wesley Gonzalez at the start of this matchup. Care to share?
No, kasi parang, the frame, the length, and yung pagka-hunch ng kanyang shoulders reminds me of, a young me when I was looking at my pictures back in the day. So parang alam mo yun, parang naaalala mo, ganito yung katawan ko dati.
Yeah.
Payat, mahaba,
Well, Jed Diaz was a Team B member of Ateneo. He wasn't able to play in the UAAP, but in the high school ranks, he was a champion also with the Eaglets alongside Dave Ildefonso, Waki Manuel, and alam ko may Kai Soto pa sila noong time na yon as AJ Madrigal makes a second three-pointer.
Well, even if he wasn't able to get that experience or that exposure in the seniors division, pero he persevered and now he's still playing in the MPBL. Bihira ka makakita na naglaro sa Team B, pero naglalaro pa rin sa semi-pro league.
Well, he did mention he almost quit a lot of time. Him to continue. He wears the jersey number 33, which was the high school jersey of his idol, as you get to see the three-pointer of AJ Madrigal. Care to guess kung sino idol ni Jed Diaz? 33 nung high school siya.
Nung high school?
Lower Marion High School.
Oh, hey, that's given already.
There you go.
That's he is everybody's idol. I mean, and really, you would appreciate the guy, especially after.
Yeah.
Especially after what happened.
James Castro was able to convert from downtown. It's 27-19. Alan Santos feeds. Madrigal, heat check. Yes, sir. 3 threes for AJ Madrigal.
Yeah, he's stepping up offensively itong si AJ Madrigal for Iloilo.
AJ already has one Best Player of the Game award on his belt this season. Let's see if he can get his second today. As the ball was tapped away and Iloilo is surprised that the referee called it Bataan's possession. Let's see the replay. This was the three of James Castro. And then the answer by AJ Madrigal, the former UP Fighting Maroon. As Castro makes his second bucket. This time it's a 2. Nonoy streaking through. 10th gear for Mark Nonoy.
Grabe. Parang wala na siyang for me, parang wala na siyang spasyo. Pero nagawan pa rin niya ng paraan sa bilis niya.
Mark Nonoy, by the way, will continue to grow because now he's learning from the likes of Stanley Pringle, Christian Stan Hardinger, Wami Chongson, and Kevin Ferrer in Terra Firma. This is Ray De La Rosa. That guy, I'm sure, learns a lot from his kuya in Magnolia.
Oh yeah, grabe. A big fan of his kuya. You know, siya yung classic role player.
Yes.
So whatever you want him to do, he will do it. He's gonna shoot the three. He's gonna defend. Whatever that you want.
And Rai shares the same role player mentality. Such a nice guy, a nice attitude for the game. As De La Rosa tapped that ball upwards. Recovery, Gabawan to minus for 2.
Good pass by Gabawan. A 2-pointer para dito kay minus.
33-26, Franz Diaz. He's dealing with a wrist injury as mentioned by Mika. De La Rosa, that's a 2. Short, rebound minus. And Mitchell will push, in and out, dribble, the cross and the layup.
Nice crossover by minus, creating that space and that 2-pointer.
9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 dimes for Mitchell minus. Mark Nonoy will shoot. No good, rebound Baguio. And here's James Castro. They go to Ramirez, onto their trailer. Nice strip by Santos. And it's going to be a breakaway for Franz Diaz. That guy is also playing comfortably here in the Paco Arena. He also played in the UCAL. I actually heard, Wes, that he had his duels with Robbie Darang back in the day. For CEU versus Diliman College, as that was a hard foul obtained by Mitchell minus. This fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Playmax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Franz Diaz, that's the uninjured wrist. It's able to finish for him, his right hand. Jeff Santos returns. Ramirez, the Totoy of Batangas, which explains his nickname. Oh, sorry, of Quezon Province.
Oh.
But because there's some similarity already with their language with Batangas.
Yeah.
Kumbaga nahawa na sila at naitawag siyang Tutoy as Ramirez gave us a nice dime to James Castro.
I think that is second 3-pointer.
Yes.
Para dito kay Ramirez.
Castro at that.
Oh, sorry, Castro.
But a total of 8 points now for the Astro Boy. Iloilo's down by 10. Mark Nonoy to answer back. Short, rebound minus, and he will push. Forward, Santos, touchdown.
Good pass by minus.
That's 3 dimes, 6 boards, and 9 points for Mitchell minus.
Very efficient.
It's always nice to have a big man who's able to facilitate the fast break.
Ang bilis kasi ng transition. If your big man is dribbling and just starting that fast break opportunity, it's so hard to defend.
As mentioned by Mika, last 3 games na nga ang Iloilo under Coach Jap Skuan. This game versus Bataan, and then they will visit the West Arena this coming Tuesday to take on Valenzuela and in Sarangani for their last matchup before they end the regular season. Iloilo will miss the playoffs after making it to the 8th seed last year. They were 1 win away from reaching the semifinals of the South Division. De Vera will shoot. No good. And Santos did not touch the ball anymore, so it's out of bounds in favor of Bataan.
Kung na-shoot na yung mapapakanta ko eh.
I-share mo na ba, Wesley? Kanina pa po nagpapakita si Wesley ng comparison sa akin. Para kay Leo De Vera. Alam mo, pwede natin gawing ano yan, ano ba, teaser sa fans natin. Sa mga nanonood at gusto mag-participate, pwede nyo po i-research o hulaan kung sino ang kamukhang singer ni Leo De Vera.
Yes.
Comment your answers.
I know you want it.
Diaz leans in. No good. Rebound Gabawan. And here's James Castro. Down the middle. Castro is feeling it.
No hesitation para dito kay Castro.
And the lead has ballooned on to 15. This is the biggest in this game for Bataan. Nonoy pulls up. Short. Nonoy. Wow. Just a sorry miss. Gabawan playing point guard. Jamil will feed and Santos will miss. Takbo sa kabila. Franz Diaz 2-on-1. Diaz to Nonoy. 14 fast break points now for Iloilo in this game against the 13 of Bataan. It's been a fast-paced game, right?
Very fast-paced. Itong Bataan has been scoring off the fast break. Pero itong Iloilo, you just keeping in step against Bataan.
There you see the last game of the Bataan Risers. It's going to be good, especially because it will happen at home for the Risers inside the Orion Sports Complex, and they will be challenged by the Abra Weavers.
The Abra Weavers still in contention for the playoffs. So, yung position nila is very important.
Abra is right there with Caloocan.
Abra is in the playoffs, pero syempre yung posisyonan yan, very important yan.
There you see Rafi Octobre not present in our September game for Bataan versus Iloilo. But it's good to see him at the sideline. May minor injury daw, sabi ng kanyang teammates. Second chance scoring natin USD.
Well, so far, Bataan has 16, while itong Iloilo
with 0.
Yes.
And the rebounding story is 36-19. As there's a man down. Who's that? Doliguez for Iloilo. Clint did not see action in the previous game. Don Vera will return, replacing the Astro Boy. Castro will sit down with 10 points in 7 minutes of play. That's why he got a round of applause from his teammates.
Kita mo yung aggressiveness niya coming into the game. Talagang buo yung loob niya.
44-31. Madrigal onto Doliguez. Clint goes right. 1-2. Nice escape.
Yeah, nice escape with that side step.
On the other end, Minus tried to escape immediately. He was fouled. Sideline inbound for Jeff Santos.
I think natamaan si Mark Nonoy nung
A-board.
Nung board natin.
He's able to walk. He will have to shake it off. Under a minute to go before halftime. Jeff Santos will shoot. No good. Rebound to Minus. That's number 7 already for Mitchell. Nice pass to Gabawan.
Ganda ng pasa na yan.
That came from Jeff Santos. Lob inside. Kick out. Doliguez will fire. No good. Onteco with the board and the putback. First 2 points for J.R. Onteco. No more shot clock for Adrian Tutoy Ramirez. 2-man game with Mitchell Minus. Ramirez off of the switch. He attacks. That's a foul. Basket and one.
pagka-pull niya doon, pagkahatak niya ng bola off that ball screen, naamoy na niya na, alam ko kaya ko itong mamang to. And so he did, just went straight on his left hand, got that foul at may kasama pang free throws.
That's a guy who has built such good momentum for himself, reaching double figures in 3 of their last 4 games after not reaching 10 points in his first 13 outings in the MPBL. As Rodriguez is challenged, but he will still score to end the half.
A very good showing to both teams, I think. You know, mabilis yung pacing ng bawat koponan. But, you know, itong Bataan just really showing that they want this game so far.
It is 49-37. Our halftime score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Was the ending, GameX.
Back at the Paco Arena for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am joined by one of our favorite halftime guests, Jay Havelosa, of course, the team owner of the Iloilo United Royals. Good evening. Jay, you have 3 remaining games, including this one, but they are really giving you a good challenge. Ang ganda ng pinakita nila nung first half. What do you want to see from your team in the second half?
Well, I always tell them na last 3 games we have nothing to lose. Just play their games kasi it's basketball. So they should just enjoy the last few games. So no pressure on them.
Napakaganda. Very positive from you, Jay. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
First of all, I'd like to greet my fiancée Natalie watching back home. And then I'd like to greet Senator Manny Pacquiao. Sen, thank you for the MPBL. And then I'd like to greet my dad, Boss JJ, my mom watching. And then my siblings watching also. And I'd like to greet our LGU partners, Congresswoman Jan Baronda. And then Bagong Kalibo, Mayor Jury Sucro. And then our sponsors, GameX Sports, Victoria Sports Tower, Jerry's Grill. And everyone in Iloilo. Sayang this year. Pero hopefully, in the upcoming seasons, we'll have a better outcome.
Napakaganda to look forward for the next season for the Iloilo United Royals. Maraming salamat, Sir Jay Havelosa. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
We are at halftime for Bataan versus Iloilo in this fast-paced game described to us by Wesley Gonzalez. And now we present to you our statistics.
So far, Iloilo has 34% versus the 42% of Bataan. I think itong Iloilo, they're getting good looks. They're not able to convert lang, but what's glaring is the second chance points. You would see the effort of Bataan just getting that offensive rebounds, which they have 13 offensive rebounds that they were able to convert to 18 big points against the 2 points of Iloilo. So far, yun yung nagiging storya. It's more on the effort side for Bataan. While ito namang Iloilo, they need to step up and they need to push harder for them to be able to get this game back.
We can see the leading scorers of Bataan. It's 20 combined for Sazon and Castro, and then it's 15 combined for Maynes and Santos. On the other end, it's Mark Nonay with 10 for Iloilo, with 9, 6 and 6 for Madrigal, Doliguez, and De La Rosa. And as much as Wesley pointed out the offensive rebounding for Bataan in the first half, we'd have to give shout-outs to Jamil Gabawan, who had 11 rebounds, 6 of them coming from the offensive end. Mitchell Maynes has 7, featured 3 offensive rebounds in the first half as well. Jeff Santos also had 2 offensive boards, totaling 4 for him.
Malaking bagay yung makuha mo, magkakunin mo yung offensive rebound, another chance for you to score those points. Just tipping the scale going to Bataan.
I just realized, a couple of games ago, I asked Bataan kung sinong pinakamasipag sa kanila. And I came up with 2 answers from them. Number 1, it's Jamil Gabawan. Number 2, it's Mitchell Maynes. And rightfully so, those are the top 2 rebounders.
Masipag in terms of?
Masipag in terms of, rebounding among others.
Okay.
Kinabahan ako dun sa tanong mo, Wesley.
Ay, good seal by Alan Santos against Maynes, getting that position and eventually that foul against Maynes.
Ito, masipag din in terms of
cups of rice. Alan Santos talagang institusyon na rin ito, no? Tagal na rin ito sa basketball. But I just commend these guys for still playing against this younger players of most of the players are very young, very agile, very fast, but these older guys, I'm not saying they're old, but the older guys compared to the young guys, they can still compete and run with them.
And that's just one solid thing about Alan Santos. The other solid thing is his locker room presence.
Yes.
The Iloilo players have shared to me that it's him and AJ Madrigal who are the ultimate locker room guys for them, keeping things positive.
And it's very important, and mostly we don't see that. We don't see that in the court. For all you know, yung mga players na to hindi na nakakalaro, pero pag nasa loob sila nasa behind the scenes sila yung nag-glue dito sa other players of the team. That's why the team can play united.
Do you have any top of mind best locker room players that you have experience playing with?
Isipin ko nga kung sino.
Sige. As now there's a foul called in the interior. It's Alan Santos called for it. Baseline inbound for Jamil Gabawan. Maynes goes to Ramirez. Sazon. He was a hot hand in the first half. He's firing. Well tapped and recovered by Javilosa. Jay Javilosa giving it up to Rai De La Rosa. Madrigal, catch and shoot. No good. Counter with Maynes. Sazon to Santos. Nice stop.
Nice feed. Nice read. Nice two-pointer para dito sa Bataan.
If you heard the clap on air, that's just how impressed Wesley Gonzalez was in that previous sequence, as Alan Santos got fouled on the other end. 2 fouls on Jamil Gabawan. He's been matched up against Alan Santos all night long.
Para yung bruiser, para yung kung ikaw if you're going to play against these two guys, parang ayaw mong tumabay sa kanila eh.
Yeah.
Kundi parang alam mong at the end of the night, masakit yung katawan mo.
Yes. Masahe.
Masahe, oo.
Alan Santos converting from the line. He trims the lead down to 13. We're back with Tutoy Ramirez, defended by Gab Gomez. Gabawan, his turn to fire. No good. And here's Gab Gomez to Ray De La Rosa. Bounce pass. Alan Santos with a spin. He's fouled.
Every time itong si Alan Santos gets that ball on the block, he's looking to attack. That's why, ngayon, this is his second trip to the free throw line para sa quarter na to.
First one is good for Alan Santos. That's his second point in this matchup. So it's been all from the line so far for the veteran himself. 1 out of 2. Santos looking to attack. He was fouled again. Bumali. Alan Santos, Wesley.
Parang ham time.
That looked really good. Gabawan could not believe it. Now, he accepts the foul call, and Alan Santos is at the line.
He's rewarded for just going hard to the basket. Maski feeling niya, alam niya na mahirap ma-convert to, but he just went hard to the basket.
That's 3 made free throws already for Alan Santos in this game. Can he make it 4? And that has been a constant for him, the 1 out of 2 from the line.
And another offensive rebound by Jay Javilosa.
Yes. So they go to the same option. Alan Santos, there you go. First field goal.
Good cut by Alan Santos. Finally making a field goal and 5 puntos para sa kanya.
Deficit trimmed down to 9. Ramirez met by Santos. Tutoy. There's a takedown. But it was unintentional as Minus is now challenged, and it is a turnover. Iloilo with some momentum. Almost a steal by Sazon.
Good intention, but Sazon was there to deflect that pass.
This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. Alan Santos staying aggressive here in the third quarter. All of his points have come in this frame. All 5 of them. Santos staying aggressive against Raymark Acuno. Santos barging his way through, and he's fouled once more.
Again, another trip to the free throw para dito kay Alan Santos.
He's been 1 out of 2 in his last 3 trips. Can he break the spell? The first one is good. And with his next free throw, he has a chance to tie his season high of 7 points.
He's not known as a scorer, but, very good defender, very physical. He's, as you said, a leader inside and out.
Santos to get over the hump. Yes. And ultimately, the lead has been cut down to 7 points, 51-44. These fans of the game are brought to you by Jinky Skin. Parang kanina pa sila present, the first game pa lang. Which we're happy about as we come to you live from the Paco Arena in Manila. It is neutral territory, but the good thing about having games in Manila is the fact that you know that the Manileños love basketball. And even if Manila will not be in action tonight, we have a good number of people present.
A very good size of a crowd here in Paco Arena, and of course the beautiful faces that we see here. We're just very thankful, to have, viewers or audience right now.
It is 51-44 in this matchup between Bataan and Iloilo. Sazon, nice escape, tough layup, no basket. Rebound, Acuno, and he will score. Forward pass on the other end, Doliguez, no conversion. And here's the counter, Robbie Darang. To the right, Ives Sazon, all day. Short. Rebound, Santos. Jeff goes to Ray, that's his shot. Just too strong for Acuno.
Dalawang offensive rebounds kaagad para dun sa Bataan yun.
On the other end, De La Rosa able to convert.
And De La Rosa, Santos, just doing good for Iloilo.
9 points now for Ray De La Rosa, who's been averaging 12 points since the departure of CJ Cancino. That's a total of 7 games for him as Robbie Darang answers back with his version of a three-pointer.
Yun yung advantage when your star players are out na. Ikaw, as role player, you shift to a scorer. So this is what's happening to Ray De La Rosa.
De La Rosa just scored again. He's up to 11 now, trimming the lead back down to 7. Acuno, back to Robbie. 10 on the shot clock. Darang against Alan Santos. A three-pointer. No good. Battle for the rebound. It ends up with Doliguez. Clint with no numbers. Doliguez all the way. He's fouled.
Match up in numbers, pero he just went hard to the basket.
This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Ray De La Rosa, known for his three-point shooting. He's been doing that since his JRU days. Same goes for Robbie Darang since his Diliman college days. This is Clint Doliguez converting from the line. He's another returning player in the MPBL after spending some time with San Juan a couple of seasons back. 8 points, 5 rebounds per outing for Clint Doliguez. Three subs, Jed Diaz, J.R. Onteco, and Tutoy Ramirez.
This is only a 5-point lead mix, di ba? Parang, better showing for Iloilo in this quarter.
They've been winning this frame by 7 points, and we're only halfway done. Sazon, two-man game with Bringas. Carl up top, 12 on the shot clock. Robbie Darang. Still at it. 6 seconds. Acuno. Turnaround, nice fake. Acuno leans in. That's a miss. And here's Mark Nonoy. Nonoy has 10 points so far. It's De La Rosa. Unable to add to his tally. And we're back with Tutoy Ramirez. Down the middle. Pass to the wrong man. Counter. De La Rosa. Fast break 3. No bounce. On the other end, it's Tutoy. Ramirez blocked by Onteco.
Very, very fast pace. Both teams talagang you just see the energy.
Does it actually look like a college game for you? Ganun ba kabilis?
Actually, mas mabilis pa nga eh.
Wow.
And if you're, one of the players playing there, nakakapagod yung ganung pace eh.
Yeah. But it doesn't seem like they're gassed. Mukhang okay naman ang rotation ng coaches natin as Jamil Gabawan scores inside.
Good pass by Sazon.
And it's good to reward your big man from time to time. Gabawan has been working so hard with 13 boards and 5 assists in this game. So he just scored his 5th and 6th points.
13 rebounds.
Yes. 7 of those rebounds, so more than half, have come from the offensive end for the pinakamasipag na player ng Bataan Risers.
Gabawan ng minus.
Ang pangalawa.
Ang pangalawa.
Jed Diaz bounces onto Onteco. Back to Jed. Nice cut, but he was blocked by Minus. And here's James Castro. Castro on the move. Castro will miss. Counter with Onteco. JR playing point guard. That ball slipped out of his hands. But still, it ended up with Mark Nonoy.
Nonoy just hitting that three-pointer. Only back to a 5-point lead para dito sa Bataan.
Gabawan onto Darang. 3 minutes and change in the third. Darang with his offhand.
Good read. Just good read para dito kay Darang.
8 points now for Robbie, doubling his output in their previous outing versus Quezon City. Nice cut, nice pass, and there's the finish by Duliges. Duliges is now in double figures. Back with Robbie. Darang shaking off Diaz, step back 3, in and out, rebound Duliges. Iloilo will set up. Here's Mark Nonoy. They go to AJ Madrigal, who fires and misses. That could have been big.
Yes, good shot by Madrigal.
Counter with Minus. Mitchell demolishing his defender. That's a charge.
Good defense by Nonoy. Na-anticipate ka agad niya kung saan pupunta ito si Minus.
Couple of subs. De La Rosa, Gomez, and Sazon return. Gab Gomez will bring it down to Phil Italian. De La Rosa to Nonoy. This is a small lineup for Iloilo. A 3 for Rai, no good. Rebound number 14 for Jamil Gabawan. Check that, 15 boards now for Jamil.
Wow.
Sazon escapes.
Good fake, good step through para kay Sazon.
12 points now for Yves Sazon. So those are his first points after his first 3 shots.
Yes.
That happened in the first quarter. He actually was 1 out of 11 ever since. Now we're back with Yves. That's a foul. Monteco called for it. Santos will return. Jed Diaz sits down. Sazon at the line. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 13 for Yves. Make it 14 now.
In terms of percentage, hindi pa rin masyado maganda yung percentage ni Sazon, but in terms of the points that he's accumulated, he's there.
He has already surpassed his season average of 12 points per outing. 65-56, Gomez on the move. Gomez escapes and scores. First 2 points for the UAAP Season 85 champion with the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Castro. There's the kick out to Robbie Darang. A jumper for his 3.
Parang hirap ng 3-pointer na yun.
Nonoy on the other end. Everything happens so fast. But Bataan wants a charge.
Parang hindi pa ako tapos dun sa thought ko, dun sa tira ni Robbie Darang. Si Mark Nonoy na tumitira na dun sa kabilang side eh. It's either sobrang bilis niya o sobrang bagal ko lang mag-isip.
No. I do not blame you. At any angle, at any point, as Nonoy converts. And it's always so chaotic whenever he gets into it with someone physically. Again, nothing bad actually happens. Heightened lang dahil ang bilis. And that's why the Bataan bench was a bit furious about that defensive foul. And Sazon was fouled on the other end. Sazon back with free throws. Bataan is now 6 out of 8 off of that make.
15 points para dito kay Sazon.
That extends the lead back up to 8. Although Iloilo is winning this quarter. Sazon 16-4-2 for him. Mark Nonoy. 15 seconds to go before the end of the third. It will be his moment. Mark Nonoy. The drive and the feed. They go to the corner. De La Rosa. That's good.
Good find. Good shot.
With that three-pointer by Rai De La Rosa, Iloilo closes in to 6 points. It's a two-possession game, and Rai has 14 points with 4 threes. These highlights are brought to you by Simplus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. What a third quarter for Iloilo.
Ang ganda ng pinakita nila there. It started with, Alan Santos just going hard to the basket, getting those fouls and, making those free throws. So I think yung energy na pinakita ni Alan Santos, that's what, started for Iloilo. And so, they have a better quarter in this third quarter and cutting down that lead only to 6 points.
This third quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. It's the ending GameX. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fans of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. I love the gesture from our fans present inside the Paco Arena in Manila. You're only seeing the fans from the opposite side of our table, but behind us, we actually have more people present. So it could be louder later on, as it is the fourth quarter now for Iloilo and Bataan. And for our main game, Marikina will go up against Binyan Tatakjel. And as we know, Binyan is known for having a star-studded lineup with a couple of A-list players, Mark Pingris, Poy Aktub, and Noni Alonte. So again, that's another point that it could be louder later on as we take a look at our quarter scoring.
Quarter scoring 27-21 in the third quarter. Yun nag-cut down the lead, but itong Bataan now just scoring 2 points for them.
Did you see the block attempt by Mark Nonoy?
Yes.
He went flying as now he scores from downtown.
Parang hindi ka pa rin, parang yung nakatira na ngayon si Mark Nonoy, nakashoot si Sazon, pero parang hindi mo pa rin ma-process kung ano yung ginawa ni Mark Nonoy before that Sazon shot.
It was actually quite dangerous. He almost crashed onto our cameraman. This is Minus, unable to score. Larupay will push with Nonoy. They're down by 5. Stop and pop. Mark Nonoy, short. Ball tapped away by Omar.
Could have been a big shot by Nonoy, but you could see the energy Mark Nonoy and Iloilo having, especially in this start of the fourth quarter.
Mark Nonoy already has 19 points in this game. He had 23 in his return game. This is how important he is for the United Royals. Yves Sazon against Rai De La Rosa. You can't give him any sort of space. Sazon, tough shot, still good. And he did the too small celebration.
Wow. But he's been looking for that matchup against Rai De La Rosa. And that was a good defense by De La Rosa, pero better offense lang talaga para kay Sazon.
74-67 now. De La Rosa almost lost it. Gab Gomez, the drive and the feed. De La Rosa will shoot. Yes!
And he's shaking his head against Sazon on that three-pointer. And it's a very good matchup between these two young men.
It is now 74-70. Over 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Darang, nice spin. No basket, rebound Larupay, and here's Mark Nonoy. Back to 10th gear. Nonoy is fouled. 2 free throws.
It's so hard to guard Nonoy on that fast break. Ang hirap niyang pigilin once he has that momentum. So if you're the one guarding Mark Nonoy, you cannot let him get that, that advantage, that momentum.
Nonoy back at the line. A chance to reach 20 points. He does so as he is 6 out of 7 from the free throw area. He is actually number 6 in the league in that category among volume free throw shooters at 73% efficiency. There's a warning on the squad of Coach Augie Gumatay. We're back with Nonoy, who's a step back from the free throw line. And there you go. The shot was short, but it is a one-possession game. There you see Sir JJ Havelosa watching intently at the sideline as that basket will count for Tutoy Ramirez.
A dose of his own medicine.
And it seems like Coach Japs Kuan will challenge. Mark Nonoy could not believe it.
Oh, I think that's a continuation. Looks like a continuation because that bump without that dribble and making that shot is, I think, a continuation.
I think what they're trying to argue is that the bump wasn't significant enough to have been called a foul. At binawi na ba? Mukhang wala nang challenge. So we will proceed with the initial call. This is Tutoy Ramirez at the line. He converts on his bonus. ICC, by the way, under Coach Augie Gumatay with Tutoy Ramirez and Alfred Flores will be joining the UCAL League this coming 2025. So this will be their home court as well moving forward. Santos escapes. Nice play.
Good big screen. Pasa dito para kay Alan Santos.
3 minutes gone by in the fourth. Ramirez. Bumped by Nonoy. Good defense by Mark. Then on the shot clock. Sazon for 3. No good. Rebound Alan Santos. Forward pass. It ends up with Bataan. They have numbers 4-on-1. Minus Gabawan. Sazon for 2.
22 points para kay Sazon in this ball game.
That's back to his average when he started August. Had a nice stretch of 3 games, averaging 23 points. Gomez challenged well, no foul. And here's Tutoy Ramirez, stopped by Mark Nonoy.
Itong sa Iloilo, they're complaining that hindi na tawagan yung tira or parang non-call against Gab Gomez.
And it dominoed onto the other end as Bataan will get possession. Are we going to see free throws here? Wala pa naman sa penalty. Yeah, it's going to be a sideline inbound. There's a warning now called on the bench of Coach Japs Kuan.
Kasi everyone complained against that non-call.
Madrigal is back. He's matched up against Mitchell Minus. Ramirez will inbound straight to Minus. Back to Tutoy. Ramirez feeds. It's stolen away. And here's Rai De La Rosa. They're down by 6. Madrigal to Gomez. Back to Rai. Alan Santos' turn. Pound for pound. Santos escapes and scores.
Nice step through, never giving up. Nice balance para dito kay Alan Santos, was 11 points.
That's 11 and 7 rebounds in this game for the impact guy of Iloilo in Alan Santos. Sazon to answer back. No, sir. Here come the Royals. Santos is sealing. Bounce pass to him. Alan. Oh, no foul there. And we shall continue. Ramirez stops and scores.
Very physical, and they're letting the physicality go here in the MPBL.
We are known for that. 81-75.
As a fan, I like it very much.
Me too. Santos, short. Almost halfway done in the fourth. It is only a 2-possession game. Castro. Nice kick. Sazon, couple of dribbles. The feed to Gabawan. No foul again. No basket. But there's the putback by Yves Sazon.
Good plays after good plays. Both teams just wanting to win.
Let's see this challenge by Santos. Clean, apparently. And there's the tip in by Yves Sazon. 24 points on 9 field goals for Yves. 6 rebounds as well. 83-75. This fast break of the game is brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. When Alan Santos was down, Tutoy Ramirez was up, and he was ready to score at the fast break. Right now, Bataan is up by 8 as they try to get back to the winning column.
It's an 8-point lead, pero feeling ko parang mas dikit yung laban, no?
Especially with the back and forth in this
back
game.
and forth.
AJ Madrigal onto Jay Havelosa. They go to Mark Nonoy. Pinapalabas, Clint Doliguez. 10 on the shot clock. Doliguez. They swing it over. Havelosa bounces to JR. Ongteco has 3 to work with. Ongteco with a layup. That's good.
Tough shot by Ongteco. And good defense by Gabawan. Napailing na lang siya. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah. 83-77. Yves Sazon. Switch. Switch again. Yves is fouled by Havelosa.
And only the third team foul para dito sa Iloilo.
Sideline inbound for Yves Sazon. He gets it back. Sazon. Too strong. Rebound Nonoy. And here he comes. Mark Nonoy all the way. Oh my goodness. And Nonoy did not appreciate the challenge of Mitchell Minus.
I wonder what really happened between that. Parang mid-air pa lang alam na ni Mark Nonoy was reacting already.
Even the coaches of Iloilo are not happy about it, obviously, but let's see. As Minus was underneath Nonoy. And at that point, Mark Nonoy just had to make sure that he was gonna land on his feet, or at least hindi siya mabibilayan.
But looking at the replay, it seems like there's no malice on the challenge
for
of
entering the
Minus.
court.
Again, could it be just another effect of Mark Nonoy and his way of attacking?
Yeah.
Chaotic eh. The referees are reviewing again, just so they can get the full scope of that previous sequence. Sazon is at the line, so we have a technical foul called on Iloilo. That's 25 for Yves Sazon. And
there is a ball possession of Bataan as well.
yeah. So Nonoy won't get anything for himself.
So I think that was a non-call.
Yeah.
And then when he reacted after that non-call, I think that's where they got the technical foul.
We continue, but Bataan will lose possession, and will they challenge? That was an emphatic reaction, but it seems like Coach Augie is ready to move on. Gumatay, or Coach Augie Gumatay, proceeded to give instructions already to one of his players. There's no signal for a challenge, but now we have referee Alan Manzano. There you go, he gave a warning to Bataan. 84-77, Mark Nonoy. Back to attacking, Nonoy will miss. Ball out of bounds in favor of Iloilo. And now we have Bataan wanting a challenge. As Wesley mentioned, the game feels tighter compared to how it is in terms of the difference in the score.
But I'm really, really happy to see this kind of ball game. Maski alam mong hindi sila kasama sa playoff, but they're just, they want to win. Both teams want to win.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
Iloilo will keep possession. Apparently it was out of bounds off of Jamil Gabawan. Ayun. Kaya hinayaan na ni Mark Nonoy. Lumabas ang bola. Baseline inbound. Avilosa. Hand off to Nonoy. Nonoy steps back. A three-pointer. That's a foul. And it's 3 free throws for Mark. Nonoy proceeds to the line with 20 points. He's 6 out of 8 so far from the stripe.
A good chance for them to cut down the lead to 4.
Do you think Mark Nonoy could be attempting most of the shots of Iloilo moving forward?
Could be, but I like how Rai De La Rosa is stepping up for Iloilo. I like that the fact that he's accepting the challenge to be one of the offensive players for Iloilo.
Well, De La Rosa right now is at the bench. The third leading scorer is Alan Santos, who's on the floor. Nonoy and Santos are being joined by Jay Javelosa, Gab Gomez, and Clint Doliguez. Under 3.5 minutes remaining, it is a 5-point game. Nonoy almost got the steal. Did you notice the change of aggression ever since the non-call?
And sometimes, it really serves as a wake-up call. Na parang, okay, I want this game more.
Yeah. Sazon left open. No good. Rebound Iloilo. A 2-possession game. Gab Gomez. They go to Mark Nonoy. It's his time. Nonoy using the screen. Now they go to Clint. Doliguez back to Mark for 3. Short. Rebound Sazon.
Good look.
Mitchell Minus goes back to his leading scorer. Ives Sazon has 25. He pulls up. No good. What a rebound by Gabawan, but he threw it to the wrong man. 2-on-1. Gomez all the way. Yes.
Good pass. Good fast break. Only a 3-point lead by Bataan.
84-81. 2.5 minutes remaining. Darang. Fouled. That is team foul number 4 for Iloilo.
Still not in a penalty.
This was the 2-on-1 break. Mark Nonoy feeding onto Gab Gomez. That's an Ateneo Lasal connection for you.
Oh.
Good for Gab to be able to deliver the goods. He has 6 points, 4 boards, and 3 dimes. Mitchell Minus up top to Robbie Darang. A crucial defensive possession for Iloilo. Robbie Darang in trouble. 2 seconds. Minus does not know about it. Bataan loses time.
Good tap by Jay Javelosa. At nawala sa momentum yung itong si Minus. And Minus didn't know na the shot clock was about to expire.
Iloilo will have to move forward with Mark Nonoy at the bench. Rai De La Rosa is in. Approaching the last 2 minutes. These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, as Clint Doliguez scores inside. GameX Sports is the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. The lead is down to 1. Sazon. 9 on the shot clock. Off of the switch. Sazon pulls up. No good. Ball tapped by Gabawan. And it's Ives who soars and scores. 27 points for Ives Sazon.
But you have to give credit to Gabawan for making that offensive rebound.
This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. That tap by Jamil Gabawan is rebound number 16. 8 from the offensive glass for Mr. Jamil Gabawan. And we're back with Mark Nonoy, who's fouled. 2 more free throws.
Very important free throws para kay Mark Nonoy.
Darang is done. Ramirez will check in for him.
I think the number 1 assignment for Darang is Mark Nonoy, but he fouled out, so it's gonna be Ramirez taking that job against Nonoy.
Nonoy converts on his first free throw. He's now 9 out of 12 from the line. 23 points for Mark. To trim the lead down to 1. That bounces in.
Oh, we have a ball game.
Yes, we do. It's a season high performance for Mark Nonoy. Jeff Santos, they're up by 1. They go to Ramirez, who has 7 to work with. Tutoy crossing against Gomez. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound to Doliguez. And a chance for Iloilo to grab the lead. Nonoy recovers. Pass to the corner. De La Rosa. No good.
Good pass, good shot. Hindi lang pumasok para kay De La Rosa.
And there's a foul by Doliguez, which means free throws for Bataan.
Yeah, 2 free throws para dito sa Bataan.
These will be free throws 12 and 13 for the Risers. They've made 9 so far.
Could have been a backbreaker para dito kay Rai De La Rosa and that corner three-pointer. And people, are the people here enjoying that fast-paced game.
It is neutral territory. But we have such a nice matchup. Rightfully so, with two teams with almost the same records. Bataan at 9 and 17 and Iloilo at 8 and 17. Free throw story. 2 misses so far for the Risers. Out of 12 tries. This is number 13. Minus converts. 11 points for Mitchell. But it still is a one-possession game here inside the Paco Arena. 88-85. 51 seconds remaining. Iloilo will have possession. Ibabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Mark Nonoy already has his season-high performance of 24 points on his second game back. While it's a season-high performance as well for Yves Sazon. 27 points and 10 rebounds as well for him.
Wow.
It's him with Gabawan and Minus combining for 36 rebounds. Sideline inbound, Mark Nonoy from downtown.
What a play called by Coach Japs Kuan on that timeout.
They wasted 1 second. 88 all. Ramirez drives, no foul. There's the late call. Alan Santos charged for it. This was the play. Gab Gomez immediately onto Mark Nonoy. It was a big-time three-pointer with ice in his veins. I just had to say that because that was his celebration afterwards.
Grabe. Off-balance three-pointer. Good play. Good execution. But a foul here against Alan Santos.
Ramirez converts on his first free throw. 11 points for Adrian Tutoy Ramirez. He hasn't missed from the line. 3 out of 3. Iloilo hasn't gotten over the hump in terms of getting the lead since the first quarter. It's been that long. They trailed by as many as 15. Now the lead is 2 for Bataan, and we have another timeout for Coach Japs Kuan. They already gave us another nice sideline play, but the question is, can they give us another as we get to see that beautiful three-pointer by Mark Nonoy. There's the celebration. Can we listen in?
Hindi pa. Downstream kay Ray.
Alright.
Okay, pag Ray, bigay kay Ray. Quick downstream kay Roy. Okay, pag handoff dito, okay, handoff, screen Ray, at tabihin mo na.
May screen ako dyan, nakakanta ako dyan. Alright. Hey, listen!
Ray, ikaw maglabas, Ray. Ikaw lang maglabas. Gab, dito ka sa kabila. Gab, ikaw to, Gab. Down screen, parang zipper tayo, okay? kukunin ni Gab, bibigay kay Gab, okay? Screen, okay? Hand off po kay...
Hey, watch out sa tinari!
Pagkahabot nila, babalikan mo. Ray, sa corner ka, Ray. All the way sila, atak.
That was the last timeout for Coach Jap Skuan. And they have one remaining for Mitchell Minus and company. Iloilo will roll with Ray De La Rosa, Mark Nonoy, Gab Gomez, Alan Santos, and Clint Doliguez. 14 on the shot clock, 32 on the game clock. Sideline for Rai. They go to Gab Gomez. Looking for Mark Nonoy. They go to the corner. De La Rosa for three. Short. Offensive rebound. Doliguez will score.
What a rebound. What a putback. Doliguez not giving up. That was a good shot by De La Rosa in the corner. Second shot that he missed, but I know he's willing to take that shot. Doliguez was there for that offensive rebound. Got that putback.
That was rebound number 10 already for Clint Doliguez in this game. He's up to 14 points after having a DNP on his stat sheet in their previous outing.
Wow.
Santos. Sason. Santos. Tuy. Sabawan. Minus. Okay. Backdoor Santos. Tuy. Sason. Backdoor Sason. Pagpasok mo dyan, Tuy. Dali mo, ha? Pagdating na si Tutoy. Gabawan. Handop natin kay Santos. Dribble natin. Tuy. Pag-dribble dito. Safety ka, Tuy, ha? Hey. Pagkaba natin dito. Pagkaba tayo. Pagkaba tayo, ha?
That's the last timeout for two coaches. Coach Ogie Gumatay will have Tutoy Ramirez, Ives Sazon, Jeff Santos, Jamil Gabawan, and Mitchell Minus on the floor. 21 seconds, Wesley, and Bataan will inbound from the backcourt. No more shot clock. Ramirez will bring it down. Ramirez still at it against Mark Nonoy. 9 seconds. Ramirez drive and feed. Minus barges his way through. Basket and one. No! Apparently it's a travel. Iloilo will get possession with 5 seconds remaining. No timeouts. The Royals will have to attack from the backcourt.
And you only have to give it to Mark Nonoy with 5 seconds left.
That was a big call against Mitchell Minus.
Good defense. Masikip na masikip talaga. Oh, kaso hindi natin nakita because the referee was there.
Yeah, we'll just have to trust their judgment. Mitchell Minus apparently shuffled his feet. 5 seconds. Watch out for Mark Nonoy. And this is Clint Doliguez. He attacks Doliguez for the win. No good. And we are going to overtime.
And for Sedel Tupas and company, this is our second overtime with Mix Gomez.
Welcome back, Wesley Gonzalez.
I like it. I like it.
That's the last stop by the Bataan Risers. It has been a fast-paced, back-and-forth game, much to our delight, as we do have teams with almost the same win-loss record. We need 5 more minutes after the end of regulation. This is brought to you by GameX, our score. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Coach Japs Kuan is not yet done with his coaching duties for today, as Iloilo will be going to overtime against Coach Ogie Gumatay and the Bataan Risers. It is 90 all after regulation. Isn't this what the fans wanted all along? The guys who are present inside the Paco Arena. Neutral territory, rightfully so. We have such a nice game. Clint Doliges. He's fouled. If it wasn't for that man, we wouldn't have gone to overtime.
Yeah, the put back by Doliges. And you can see in that offensive sequence na pinakita ng Iloilo, talagang I think parang they were denying itong si Mark Nonoy. They didn't want Mark Nonoy to get the ball.
Doliges converted on his first free throw. He has 15 points as of this moment. That's his first miss from the line, 3 out of 4. A double-double for Clint Doliges. And this is the first lead of the Royals since the first quarter. Vives Sazon. Screen by Bringas. Step back. Sazon. Short. Nice tap by Santos. Forward pass. Mark Nonoy shoots. Oh my goodness. What a shot by Mark Nonoy.
Wow. And he pointed to Migs Gomez after shooting that three-pointer. We like it so much.
30 points in the second game back for Mark Nonoy. Gabawan. Nice fake.
Good read, good fake, good move para dito kay Gabawan.
And Bataan badly needed that
Yes.
conversion. Mark Nonoy feeling it. Jamil with yet another board. Gabawan on the move. Gabawan is fouled. Jamil Gabawan has 9 points and 17 rebounds, by the way. But now this is concerning as he's holding on to his leg. This was the three-pointer by Mark Nonoy. He's just unconscious here in Manila. And then the answer by Jamil Gabawan. Some great patience on the up and under. Oh, Jamil is still in pain.
I think he's cramping. Si Jamil Gabawan sa haba rin ng nilaro niya.
You know what? I'll take that over a knee injury,
Of course.
which Jamil suffered in Season 2, late in the season with San Juan. He was supposed to be a starting power forward for the Knights. That injury actually gave way to Jordan Carito's emergence in the MPBL.
He's cramping. And it's good to see that he's only cramping.
Now, yes, his presence will be badly needed by these Risers to end the game. I did mention his stats of 9 and 17 with his points and rebounds, but his assists as well, Wesley.
Grabe, I mean, he's just filling out the stats here with 17 rebounds, 7 offensive with 6 assists. With only 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
And he has played 34 minutes so far in this ball game.
Minus is the one at the line. He just scored his 12th point. He also has 11 rebounds and 4 assists. 1 out of 2 for Mitchell Minus. The lead is 1 for Iloilo. Mark Nonoy is at the bench. Gab Gomez. On to Clint Doliges. 10 on the shot clock. Doliges will fire. That's good.
Way to create that space. Gave that jab against Ramirez. And a three-pointer for him.
18 points for Clint Doliges, more than doubling his season average of 8 per outing. Mitchell Minus back at it. Almost stripped away. That's off of Doliges out of bounds.
Very crucial made para dito kay Clint Doliges.
That's three-pointer number 13 for Iloilo in this matchup. And that's the first 3 of Doliges out of 2 tries. Double-double for Clint. Sazon, short. Santos with the board.
Sazon with 27 big points, pero in the last few possessions, he wasn't able to convert on those.
Yeah, he has taken 29 shots to score 27. Jump ball. Possession arrow pointing Iloilo's way.
Good defense para dito kay Ramirez against Duliges.
Oh, it seems like it's Bataan who will get possession. Nonoy returns for Madrigal. Back to that 3-guard lineup for Coach Japs Kuan. Jeff Santos. Tutoy Ramirez. Screen by Bringas. Ramirez inside. He will score. 14 points for Ramirez in 29 minutes of play. Nonoy dancing with Santos. Mark Nonoy, short. Every time he has the ball, everybody just waiting for what he's going to show us. These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball and partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Sazon, fade away. Yes, sir!
Very simple basketball. Kanina sinabi natin, hindi siya na-convert. Pero feeling ko narinig niya tayo.
29 points, 10 rebounds for Yves Sazon. 97 all. Gomez is fouled. That means free throws. Gab Gomez has played 31 minutes already, by the way.
But ito yung first free throws para kay Gab Gomez.
There's the pull-up by Yves Sazon. He makes it look so easy. He is a tough shot maker after all in the MPBL.
Gab Gomez very steady. Hindi siya, he's not scoring heavily for the squad, pero he already has 6 assists with 0 turnovers.
Nice.
And as a point guard, you would want to see that.
Gomez just converted on his first free throw. Lead back with Iloilo. 95 seconds remaining. The second one is good for Gab.
I remember watching Gab Gomez when they won the championship. Very steady guy.
Yeah.
In that championship game.
And his shooting, by the way, was crucial for Ateneo. Back in UAP season 85. Yves Sazon. He needs a teammate. There's Mitchell Minus. Almost a steal. Good effort by De La Rosa. 2 on the shot clock. Minus will lose time.
Good defense. Good defense by Ray De La Rosa at that time.
Iloilo will get possession once more. Sideline for Ray De La Rosa. They go to Gab Gomez, the stabilizer, calling out to play. 2-man game with Alan Santos. 7 on the shot clock. De La Rosa, catch and shoot. In and out. Another rebound for Clint Duliges. That's number 11 for him. Duliges stripped away, out of bounds in favor of Iloilo.
6 seconds left na shot clock. Medyo tumagal yung bola kay Duliges at that time because he felt like he could take Gabawan one-on-one.
Baseline for Mark Nonoy. Here's Clint. That's his second three-pointer. Clint Duliges with yet another big-time play.
Very clutch. 21 big points para kay Duliges. First, yung offensive rebound niya in the regulation. Now this three-pointer, extending that lead to 5 points para sa Iloilo.
This should be his best game of the season as well. Clint Duliges coming alive with a monstrous double-double. 102-97, 48 seconds remaining. We have 48 seconds remaining. Clint Doliges has 21 points and 11 rebounds. That's his career high in the MPBL on 67% shooting.
Very efficient, 8 of 12.
3-point shooting ×2 for Iloilo. Here's Yves Sazon. 9 on the shot clock. Sazon will shoot. That's short. Rebound Nonoy.
Good defense, good shift of defense para dito sa Iloilo off that timeout.
Nonoy lost the ball. Santos to recover. It's Alan Santos diving for it. And he's able to recover that ball, giving it up to Clint Doliges. What a save.
Tito Alan Santos diving for that loose ball is such a treat.
And deservingly so. He has that smile on his face. Alan Santos has 11 points and 10 rebounds as well.
I think this is his best game of the season.
Yes, season highs as well.
Yeah,
for Alan Santos. And you did mention the run started with him.
Yes, in that third quarter, dun sila gumanda yung laro eh. When he was so aggressive, he's just getting that offensive rebound, you know, seals, driving hard to the basket.
Couple of free throws missed though. And here come the risers going to Jeff Santos. This is big. That's good. 5 seconds. It's only a 2-point lead. And Coach Japskuan just wants to make sure that they would be able to take good care of that ball.
Very quality ball game we're having right now, and I am very lucky to be covering this ball game.
Well, this is the perfect time for your return, Wes. Perfect timing as well on that 3-pointer by Jeff Santos. So he's also up to double figures with his first 3-pointer in this game. 102-100. Now 5 seconds, West. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of time. It's an eternity for basketball, but you know, 2-point lead, Iloilo. And if you're Iloilo, you just need to inbound the ball.
This has happened before. Earlier this season, it was Bulacan versus Bataan. Bulacan had possession. They only had to take care of the leather. And yet Bataan got the steal, leading on to a game-winning layup by Jeff Santos. They would want to try to duplicate that today. Let's see if Iloilo can be careful. Sideline inbound for Rai De La Rosa. Man down. Nonoy is fouled. That's free throws for Mark. If he makes 2, then this should be done.
Yes.
Nonoy is 10 out of 13 from the line. Mark is getting ready to shoot. We have no more timeouts remaining. The first one for Mark Nonoy is good. He has to make this, or else Bataan will try to pull off another miracle. Nonoy turns around quickly. He was that confident, and that would seal the ball game. Mark Nonoy with a stamp on his second game back. 32 points, his career best in the MPBL. Also aided by the career high of Clint Doliges, 21 for him. Yves Sazon, season high, 29 with 11 rebounds, but they did lose their 15-point advantage to the Iloilo United Royals, who will win this game in overtime by 4.
But you know, aside from Mark Nonoy, you have to give credit, to Alan Santos, Clint Doliges. Those guys were very crucial, very instrumental in this ball game.
Also, Rai De La Rosa had 17 points for them. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. He told me, Mark Nonoy, that Of course, he feels a confidence having trained with Terra Firma, learning from the likes of Stanley Pringle, Kevin Ferrer, Wami Chongson, and Christian Stan Hardinger. So now, at least he backed it up with his performance in the MPBL. This final score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball and partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Welcome back to our league, Mark Nonoy. It's about to be a nice finish for you in your MPBL career this year. Let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game. Walang iba kung hindi si Mark Nonoy. Mark, maraming gumawa, no? Lalo nung second half para makuha niyo tong panalo na to. Credit kila Clint Doliges. Pero Mark, kahit anong court na tinatakbuhan mo, nayayanig mo ang mga taong nanonood. As mas nayanig mo pa kami nung tres mo nung last minute at nung overtime. With 32 points and 5 rebounds sa game na to.
First, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord na binigyan kami ng lakas na nakahabol kami. At then, yun nga sa panalo. And credit sa mga teammates ko and coaches na nagtulong din sa akin. Hindi ko naman kini-credit para sa akin. Kundi dahil sa tulong nila, hindi ko naman kaya mag-isa eh. Kumbaga, malaking credits din sa coaches and sa teammates ko.
Mark, naging roller coaster, no? Itong experience sa Iloilo sa season na to. Hindi man kayo papasok sa playoffs. Anong baon mo pag alis nyo dito sa MPBL sa season na to?
Sobrang thankful ako kasi isa ako sa part na to. Na-experience ko yung MPBL and nagpapasalamat ako kay Boss J and Boss J Abelosa na nagbigay sa akin ng opportunity ulit na makapaglaro kasi yun nga, matagal ako nawala. So, tinanggap pa rin nila ako at yung experience ko dito sa MPBL siguro madadala ko din po pag tapak na ako sa PBA.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan, Mark?
Nagpapasalamat kami sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa Iloilo. Yun nga, yung sponsor namin, Bagong Kalibo, kay Senator Manny. Thank you po sa opportunity na binigay niyo sa akin. Sa Victoria Sports, sponsor namin. Thank you lahat. Kay Boss J and Boss JJ Abelosa, thank you.
Maraming salamat. Once again, our Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game is Mark Nonoy. Sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Migs and West.
Thank you, Mika. 32 points, 40% shooting, and 4 assists for Mark Nonoy. Just transforming into a different kind of beast on his MPBL return. This follows his previous career high of 23 points, by the way. He just had to reverse the numbers to make it even better for his stat sheet. Congratulations to Iloilo with that 15-point comeback against Bataan. Up next, we will feature Binyan Tatak Gel taking on Marikina on neutral ground here inside the Paco Arena in Manila. Thank you for joining us in that wonderful overtime game. For Mika Abisamis and Wesley Gonzalez, my name is Mix Gomez. Babalik po po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.